What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
This is not another damn
Another damn
podcast
podcast.
presented by
All right,
our
damn
damn
self.
self. So 422
Or deuce deuce.
or deuce deuce. You got it. Yeah. What's
Or
good, kid?
four deuce deuce.
Yeah. As we get ready to
uh,
wrap up the month of July, how the hell are you? Yeah.
I'm like, where's my summer? I ain't
The
did
time
shit this
shy, yeah.
summer. I went
Like, yeah.
outside like
I'm
twice,
gonna
I
be
think.
outside this summer. Went outside like twice and shit.
My outside is taking my kids' places. That constitutes as my outside.
Uh,
Yikes.
I've done a little bit this summer. Had some things fall through, but yeah. Haven't been out as much, but yeah, I did get some outside in. So it's
I
like
did
a
very
lot
little.
of things fell through that as they say plans change. A lot of
Yeah.
plans fell through,
You
yeah. But
gotta learn to pivot, the
yeah,
art of the pivot.
yeah.
But
But I've had a
I'm more of the fan of like, can I go to a day party? Because I'm grown and like, let me do a nice day party.
I just be outside now. That's like
That's my specialty.
I just like go to like an event, like something that's don't even have to be a day party, just something something that happens before the sun goes down. They go to like a picnic or something like that and then come back
That
from
would be nice,
like
yeah.
daytime shit. Look,
Because
I'm
I love
used
the daytime,
you
the
know, I'm the
daytime.
night
Yeah.
owl, like typically, but yeah, like I like being outside in the day though. Like nobody
Hmm.
wants to be outside at night. Well, I'm not Batman. I like Batman. So, not, not this guy. I like
Not
this
the
guy, but I'm not
Batman.
him. No, yeah.
Not the Batman.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to do maybe. Like maybe go by the river walk and just kind of like do like some people watching. So like when the sun goes down, just kind of like sit out there and just kind of observe. Because that's
Planning
nice.
on doing that like some Saturdays, but it's like the weather been rainy and shit like
Yeah,
that.
it's been very rainy.
Yeah. I've been meaning to do that, yeah. But then like so I'm not trying to be outside, like it's caught outside in the rain. Yeah.
You know,
That's the
summer
thing.
rain is something because it rains hard for 10 minutes and then you just get soaked if you're outside in those 10 minutes.
If you're doing a walking activity, that means you're probably gonna be really far from the car or whatever. So it just starts raining on you. Duck for cover until try to wait it out and shit. Yeah. Or Uber back to your car or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't been to a water park yet because I did want to go to the water park this summer.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to like see. Like, okay, hopefully the weather cooperates and it will have to be like on a Saturday, but the summer is kind of it's kind of winding down. It's like, okay, I got the back to school list from the kids counselor. So, when they send the back to school list, it's like, okay.
I think I'm pretty tanned, so I've been out. You can see I got some outside, pretty tanned. Yeah.
I got a little bit. I saw my tan lines. We
I'm
went to
looking
the
at my
beach. I
head. It's
saw
like my head is more tan than it has been. Yeah. So
I see my tan lines on mine. And then I see it on my when I move my watch and on my ring, I'm like, okay, I have some tan lines on my watch and then my ring. So
definitely got me some outside.
a
Yeah.
little bit, but I'm gonna try to get
I'm
I
gonna get
still
some
got a
more though.
little
We
bit.
still got plenty of summer left. I'm gonna get some more. I got some outside, not as much as I wanted though. But
Hmm.
July I did do like quite quite a few, but I didn't do as many activities as I originally planned, but definitely did some pretty big activities. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So still working on that.
Yeah. Always good to, enjoy some of this summertime shy stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a beautiful thing. Well, let's get into it. It comes in
Mhm.
threes, as they say. This week goes three 80s legends that we lost. So I'm wearing this like to pay homage to my 80s.
Oh.
Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. It's like, yeah.
Konami.
Hey,
For the people who don't know what that is.
that's how you do.
What was that? Was that Wreck-It Ralph or one of those movies where the guy
They
had
definitely did it
his
in Wreck-It Ralph. They
I think it
definitely did.
was Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, the guy, the king did it in Wreck-It
Yeah, when
Ralph.
he was like had his secret code, and then when he did that, and then I was laughing. Ariana was like, "Why are you laughing, mommy?" I was like, "Never mind." I just said never. Because if I
Start,
try to explain to her, she's gonna
yeah,
be like, "Okay."
yeah. Well, of course, we got to start with one of our favorites, Mr. Malcolm Jamal Warner, best
Mhm.
known as Theo Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Also, Malcolm and Eddie he played on. I
Mhm.
know I'm from I'm about to for my hip hop heads. Like he played in the Houdini video, the Funky Beat. Funky Beats prominently featured in that video.
Wow.
That's a good dig right there. A lot of you gotta be a hip hop head from the '80s to know that one. Shout out like Mike Love with like this. Oh, good one, Oz. Yeah,
Shout
Oz
out,
with the
Mike.
Houdini. But like
I can picture him saying that though.
we gotta be on that. Yeah. So that's what I did think about that video when we lost Malcolm. Yeah. 54 years old.
54.
Yeah. Died drowned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
accidental drowning.
He's out with his wife and daughter and
Costa
that's what sucks
Rica.
about it is like Malcolm he wasn't sick. He wasn't on drugs. It's like it wasn't like a car accident. He was just out with his
On
family on
vacation
vacation.
with his
Family
family.
vacation. Regular shit. It's like yeah. They probably been looking forward to that. Yeah, spending time with the fam. Yeah, Costa Rica. Yeah, put our feet in the water. They probably were like looking forward to that. And then the riptide came and
Yeah. It was just so sad because like when I saw I was hoping that it was a hoax. When I saw I was
yeah, because
hoping
like
because
that's that one. It feels like even though we don't know him, we feel like we do because we grew up with him on TV. It's like yeah.
he's
So that one you
basically
like, yeah, I don't believe that. At first you'd be like, that might be some BS. Like I don't, yeah. And then you start seeing more and then, especially from the credible sources.
when
And,
TMZ posted.
and I got it the Associated Press is where I got
When I
just
saw TMZ posted it, I was like, yeah. TMZ is they're pretty spot on with theirs. Then I saw Essence, and now after I saw Essence, I was like, yeah. If Essence posted it after TMZ, I'm like, yeah, it's official.
yeah.
So it was just really sad because he was like our big brother slash cousin. So if you grew up in the 80s, you watched the Cosby Show.
He's also
We
yeah.
watched it Thursday night.
He was also a director. He was quite the musician as well too.
Yeah, he has spoken
Spoken
word.
word. He did like yeah. He had quite the. He did way more than just Theo Huxtable. Basically, a lot of people think that was it. Like no, he did a lot. Yeah, he had a
Mhm,
podcast like near the end. Like he had his Malcolm had a podcast. But
mhm.
yeah, that's the last thing he was doing was his podcast.
But he'll always be our favorite cousin, Theo. He will always be a Theo Aloysius Huxtable. So now all of us gotta wear Gordon Gartrell shirts for Halloween. We all gotta put on something with Gordon Gartrell. We gotta do that.
Think I'm go hang out in the real world. That's what I'm gonna do. With my homie that owns
Cockroach.
a skyscraper with no phone in it.
That was a good counter though when he brought cockroach in.
Like, yeah, instead of bringing your resume, yeah, I just do when you want better. I
I'll
bring
bring
my
my
boss
boss
in. It's
in.
like, hey,
Cockroach.
prove that I got a job. Here's my boss. It's like that was smart. Yeah, that's why Cliff gave him credit. Okay, you got the apartment. Yeah, he had to give him credit for that. Was creative. It's like, okay, congratulations, you got the apartment.
Yeah, that was creative.
Yeah, I just bring my boss in. So,
It was so many good Theo moments. Of course, like with the earring,
oh
the
yeah, the Theo gets his ear pierced. Dance Mania is
Yes,
one of my
Mania.
favorites. well, we good news. We only got room for one more dancer.
No, you go. No, you
Cockroach, you
go.
go.
No, you
No,
go.
Theo,
No,
you
you
go. My
go.
cockroach, you go. Like the Theo, no,
Okay.
your mom got the tickets. He's like, I ain't got to. Time is money. Hey, one of y'all got cockroach, you go. Okay.
Okay. He
He
was
got to
mad as
dance
hell.
with Tina, Tina, Tina. She was the Rosie Perez. That was the Dom Soul Train of their world, and she was the Rosie Perez of that show. That's how I got it. It was a knockoff Soul Train. Tina was a knockoff Rosie Perez.
The other episode I liked is the one where Rudy wrote the juicer and then he was like, don't clean it up. Theo told us not to clean it up. And his face the whole time when he explained why, he said because if we clean
We
up
tell
after
Rudy never learn responsibility. She'll think she could do this all the time. Yeah.
which actually
So
that
then they
actually
just hang.
made
They
sense.
what's funny, they're just chilling out in the middle of it. That's what Cliff couldn't get. It's like,
Yeah. And then when Claire came in, then
yeah,
Theo told us
right,
not
yeah,
to.
right. If Rudy made that mess, then she should clean it up. Like she agreed with Theo basically.
And then when Cliff looked at Theo was like the way his face was, that always cracked me
He's one
up.
of these.
The way he was like
Also, when Theo, Howie, and Denny throw the party, that's another classic.
Yes.
The tear the Huxtable house up. Another great one.
Of course, dun, dun,
Oh
dun,
yeah,
dun,
Jade Marsh. I was just getting
dun,
there. I was just on
Justine,
Instagram reading Vanessa Williams tribute. She posted a picture from that episode with her
Justine,
and Theo on the
Justine.
couch. When they doing the scene, they on the couch. She's all being dramatic. He's looking at her crazy.
She was a nut. Jay March was a nut. She
Yeah.
was.
Like, and then Justine walks in on them kissing, like,
Damn.
even though obviously no kissing in the scene. Well,
And
I
Joan
forgot
of
what it
Arc. There's no
Joan of
kissing
Arc.
scene
Said,
in
show
Joan
me
of
the love
Arc.
scene. And Joan of Arc so I was just helping her with the scene, like, show me the love scene. Yeah.
Justine,
Justine.
Justine.
Then Cliff was like, "Hey man, you ain't begging hard enough, man. You got to do
You're a
some
dog and
you
you're
got to do some serious.
outside.
You want Justine back? You got to do some serious begging." Then he told him about the blues, and that's when we get the burner burner. The other one, when Justine goes out with Harold Perrineau, he's ready to fight him. It's like
He was hating on Harold Perrineau.
she's ready to fight Merch and shit. But those are no Harold P's merch.
Merch.
Yeah, he's merch from the best man. That's Harold Perrineau. Theo Huxtable is ready to fight Merch.
Flash Augustus Hill from Oz.
Yeah,
The
the
narrator.
narrator from Oz in the wheelchair,
Hmm.
which is my introduction to Harold Perrineau. But most people probably know him as Merch.
It's merch, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
mean, of
so
course,
many
Justine was the
cats.
late Michelle Thomas, like which Malcolm actually dated in real life. Like she played his prom date. That's how they introduced. And
Yeah.
Malcolm probably looked at her like, as I did. I'm like, okay, the prom date is fine as hell. And then he shot his shot for real. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I
yeah,
get it. Mhm.
exactly. Yeah. Another classic Theo Huxtable moment. I had when after Sandra and Elvin said they weren't going to college, then Theo came in with his list. He's like, "Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to college." He had his whole list. He was giving me my college money right now. I'll start my
Yeah,
own
he said
business.
Baylor University or
Yeah, I
whatever.
mean, basically, but it's the most expensive university in the country as a chemistry major and shit. So yeah, 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 like and he said, "Yeah, I'm gonna I knock off 20% since you've been such good parents or whatever." Act like he was giving them a deal. So okay, yeah, now just get accepted as a chemistry major, and we got a deal. Deal, okay. He knew that wasn't going to happen.
And they said accidentals. He was like, my incidentals
Accidentals.
and
Yeah, when he saw himself
accidentals.
for incidentals, Cliff was like, "Don't forget about accidentals." What's accidentals? That's the money you ask for after you mess up your incidental money. Well, good idea. Yeah, add another 5,000 for accidentals or whatever. Of course, the original Theo Huxtable moment is the Monopoly money episode. Dad, I'm not going to college. Damn right.
Damn right.
Said, I got everything I need plus
That's
$200.
$200. Plan to
Plan to
have a
have a
girlfriend for
girlfriend for
sure.
sure. I'll take that 200.
Regular people.
Yeah, I could get by. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some bologna and cereal in honor of Malcolm. There we go. Because I can get by on bologna and cereal.
But he did steal the bologna
Which he
cereal
really
ring
did.
because
He actually stuck to that. That was good continuity. Theo actually did steal bologna and cereal, like on the later episodes. Like, don't you got your own apartment?
I was taking a shower. We don't have any soap. What?
He's eating cereal. I ran out of cereal.
But that's child logic because, like I said, when
Just
I
open
explain to
the
my
refrigerator,
children,
there's food there. Yeah.
you go in your room, boom, your TV's right here, your thing is here, your devices are here, everything is just laid
You
out.
go to the
That's
bathroom, it's soap there for you to shower.
bathroom
Yeah,
soap,
it's
body
magic.
wash,
Magically appears and shit.
clean towels,
Yeah,
clean washcloths, like everything is just in there.
yeah.
But
But
that's child
they
logic.
never ask how it got there.
Toilet paper is full. It's like everything is
Never
there.
ask how it got toothpaste. Never ask how it
Toothpaste,
got there.
mouthwash, everything. But like we said, child logic, because you don't think about that. Mom and dad had to buy all these personal items, had to buy all this health and beauty aids. They had to buy all this stuff. Mom and dad had to pay light bills. Mom and dad had to pay
Yeah.
all this stuff. But
Another another favorite of mine is when Cliff finds Justine's underwear in Theo's laundry.
Theo's dirty laundry. That was a good one.
Then he like he talks back into
He
about
gets on his high horse and
interfering. It's
says,
like me and Justine, we can live our. You can't tell us how to live our lives and all
just
that.
because you give me money don't mean that you can tell me how to live.
Yeah, I guess you
Excuse
heard.
me.
Guess he
Excuse
told
me.
you. It's like Cliff with the peanut guy.
The
And then
funniest thing when he did this was like when he said, "You're just gonna let me go out here in the cold and the rain," and then Cliff
just
throws the
grabs the
umbrella
umbrella.
out the door.
Great visual gag.
You're gonna go out here in the cold and the rain.
But before we even get there, like when him and
Throw the
Justine's
umbrella.
conversation is like, yeah, like my dad's looking. But he's like, he went to the Knicks game. He's like, yeah, that ain't
Well,
gonna
he won't
happen
be doing
again.
that no more. The way she said, he
Went
won't
to
be
the
doing
Knicks
that no
game. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen again.
My father's look. That's a real thing though, because I think every father, you have a dog. If you like, I'm sure Marcus would be looking for a guy if that happened with Aria. I'm sure he would be looking.
Yeah.
My father's looking for you.
Yeah, you could have liked the guy at first till that happens. Okay, now I don't like you
Okay,
anymore.
now I don't like you. I don't like you.
Then he ends up going to Justine's parents' house because like Claire was like, "Yeah, I ain't got the strength to let you come back in this." She really was, and that's what Clip's like, "How long you gonna let this fool
So he
stand out
apologizes
here?"
for
So
real
he apologizes for real.
because she
Then
just
he
wanted a real apology.
and then he ends up actually leaving. He didn't come back to apologize. He actually left. And then Cliff was like, he'll be all right. He'll find somebody else's crowd couch to crash on. Like he had somebody a student that dropped out. He could take their dorm bed. It's like and it turns out he did go to Justine's house.
Because they're like, at least we know where he's at. If he
That's
said
what the father said. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Yeah, the reason he didn't really feel sorry for me. He just want to make sure that if we don't know where Justine is, we don't know where Theo is living, he does. It's like
There's so many good memories.
yeah, just Cosby Show episodes. That's just a
They
handful
did
right
eight
there.
seasons, right?
8 seasons. Malcolm was in every single episode. Yeah,
He sure was.
I think
The
him
only
and
one.
Cosby are the only two that were in every episode. Yeah.
Hmm.
Like other characters like we know with Rudy under a certain age, kids can only work so many days. So she
Exactly.
missed some of the early episodes. Vanessa, when she was college years, she
The
wasn't
college.
around. Yeah.
Denise was written
Lisa
out.
Lisa Bonet got fired at one point. It's like,
Felicia Rashad was pregnant.
Felicia left with
She was
maternity.
pregnant.
So I think
Yeah.
Bill Cosby and Malcolm are the only two actors that were in every single episode of
Hmm.
all 8 seasons. I was reading that after Malcolm. I was like, oh, I just interested to know. They were in every episode.
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, one of my favorite Malcolm moments from the Cosby Show, the Stevie Wonder episode, jamming on the one.
Damn it on the
Let's go,
one.
jamming on the
Of
one.
course. I said, baby, then die today,
Yeah, when they
baby.
do they do for the 49th, they do Ray Charles. For the 50th, do James Brown. I
Baby,
got the
baby,
feeling.
baby.
Dun, 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 dun.
Baby, baby, baby,
I
baby, baby.
got the feeling. Dun, 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 dun. Which is the song that Michael Jackson and the Jacksons auditioned for Motown with.
Hmm.
That was that one, the baby, baby, baby. You see young Michael singing that. Like, that's the song they auditioned to. So that's pretty cool moment. But yeah, it's just how, like I said, just the tragedy of how he
It's a
died. It's like,
tragedy in there.
yeah,
Being respectful of his wishes because it's the reason why he didn't reveal, like I said, he never revealed his wife's name
yeah,
or
he
his
kept
child
his family
private life.
private because Malcolm had a few public relationships for, like I mentioned, with Michelle Thomas already,
Mhm.
and then after her he dated Karen Molina White. They were
Cameron, your
together for
wife.
like over a decade. It's like, and then after that, like he had a very public relationship with Regina King,
Virginia King,
which
yeah.
had a pretty bad breakup. Like for a lot of people don't remember, it's like yeah,
Hmm.
it's which is why after that he like kept things private. Yeah, they had a
Yeah.
pretty bad breakup. Yeah, like the way
But I
Regina
mean,
did a
you
nice post
understand
about
that
yeah,
he was in the spotlight since he was 14 years old. He was
yeah,
14 when he joined the Cosby Show.
yeah,
So if you've been in the public eye since you were 14,
yeah.
you want something to yourself, you know?
So yeah, he found somebody that's like yeah, totally out of the spotlight. Yeah,
Hmm.
lived a regular life. Yeah. And I think Malcolm was about, I think like 45 when they got married. So he was like older, like getting married. Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, he found
Because
love
his
later
daughter, I
in
want
life.
to
Yeah.
say it's only 8, I think, his
Yeah.
daughter.
Yeah.
So he has young children. Well, he has a young child, and
Yeah. I think he was like 45. So he found love later in life. Yeah.
mhm.
Like 45 when they got
Yeah,
married.
which happens
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Well, yes.
But there's a reason why he wanted to be private with his life. There's a reason. I think that they should be respectful of that.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, like if it is where they just want to have a private service, don't be in there and don't have drones in there taking pictures of his wife and of his widow
Yeah.
and like his child. And don't do that. Be
Yeah.
respectful. Have
Like
some decency.
unless the wife comes public on her own, just leave the people alone. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
leave them
unless she
alone.
decides she wants to say hi, I'm the widow of Malcolm Jamal. If she don't do that, leave the people alone.
Leave her alone.
So,
It's already enough grief, and I can't even imagine because, like, I keep on hearing conflicting reports. Like, one report said his daughter was in the water with him, then another one said she wasn't. So I don't know
I don't know.
what's true.
It made
I
me
don't know
think of
what's true.
the wrestler Shad Gaspard. He died like with his son at the beach, like Riptide carried him away, and like and
Mhm.
they were in the water together. And he died trying to save his son, trying to put him on the lifeboat, but then the son made it, he didn't. And that's what it sounded like with Malcolm at first, but it's like mixed reviews, mixed
Or
reports
like
about
Naya
Malcolm.
Rivera, that's what happened with her.
Naya Rivera, they were like I forget. I think her son fell out of the boat. They were like on a like
Something
paddle.
happened,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
like yeah,
Maybe
like
the
on a
boat
paddle boat. They're
capsized
on
or
a boat,
something.
something. I don't know if and she didn't have a life jacket on or something.
She
It's
had
like,
taken off her life vest, they said.
yeah, and she went in and got pulled under the current. Yeah, something like
Mhm.
yeah. I
They
think
said
something
that
like
water was dangerous anyway. They said that water where she was at was
it was
dangerous.
rocky. Like yeah, like it's why they didn't find her till like the next day or something. It was like a
And
while.
that's why they did put, I think they did eventually put on saying that, no, don't swimming in that body of water right there. Because they did say that water wasn't, you know, like all stuff isn't the same. Like all bodies of water aren't the same to swim
And it
in.
is conflicting reports with Malcolm too, saying there was signs posted about not swimming in that water. I don't know. I did see said this. I've seen mixed reports on that.
Yeah, I saw a mixed report. And then they said it was no lifeguards on duty or something.
But then
And
they said lifeguards rescued them. So what?
so I don't know. I said it's just a lot of
Yeah,
Because like I mean, I'm just assuming
It's
because
still
it,
early, so we still getting details on that
and
story.
then it was a foreign country because it was in Costa Rica. So I
Yeah,
mean, we know how things are in Chicago. I said we're used to the beaches in Chicago, so
yeah,
we know we see the lifeguard chairs on the beaches in Chicago, so we know how stuff goes here. But
yeah.
I don't know like how stuff goes in other countries.
Yeah, and yeah, it's still early too. Like they still piecing together what happened. Like the investigation is still active. Yeah,
Mhm.
they piecing together what happened.
The bottom line is, do your tributes, be respectful. Like I said,
That's
you can
that,
honor somebody. Like I said, we're honoring him and, our favorite. Like I said, he was more than just Theo, but we first met him as Theo. So
yeah.
he's like our big cousin, he's like that. He feel like a big
I have
cousin
a
of us.
connection. Well, we both have the same connection. You were little, so you might not remember this connection with Malcolm. We were back in the '80s. We were in the Bud Billiken parade, like with rest in peace, Mr. Lucas, Saints of Soul band.
Hmm.
And Malcolm was on commentary at that. Yeah. So when our
Oh,
group comes by, he's like, "Yeah, all Saints and so." So Malcolm talked about us on commentary.
oh, wow. Okay,
I
I didn't know
remember
that.
that. I remember because Dad
I
had
was a
taped it.
little
Yeah,
thing. I was maybe like 4 or 5.
he
Like
had
I
it
was,
recorded. It was on WGN with Mary D. And there's rest in peace, Mary
oh.
D. as well. So yeah, it's like in Malcolm. I think Malcolm and Tempest were in the booth. I want to say, it was like
Hmm.
the mid '80s. It was the height of the
Yeah,
Cosby
it was the
Show.
height
Yeah.
of the Cosby Show, so they were
But
hot.
Billiken even then was like the biggest parade, like the Black Parade, especially. Yeah, second biggest parade period, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
behind
era.
Macy's. Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, they had Malcolm and Tempest were the celebrities in the booth with Mary D that particular year. And so Malcolm talked about us on commentary. So that's our personal connections.
Ah, that's so cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think we were
I mean,
playing another legend we lost recently. We were playing the Pee Wee Herman song. Doom, 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 doom. It was a rap today. And then
oh yeah.
Malcolm was a jazz. Okay, he's like, oh, they getting they jamming. It's like, Malcolm.
And I was shaking my little maracas like that's all I did. I was shaking the
I was in
maracas.
the horns. I was killing it.
I was
I was drum lining it up in there. Doom, 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 doom. Oh,
you were
oh,
dancing, doing the walk, doing the Morris Day walk.
and Malcolm was like saying, "Oh, they getting it." I remember. So that was one of my
Nice.
memories is Bud Billiken. All right, that's the first Bud Billiken I was ever in. Yeah, I've been in dozens since that, but that was the first. It's like, yeah,
Very cool. Very,
yeah.
very cool.
But a lot of tributes pouring out online. Is like first one I think I saw was Tracy Ellis Ross was the very first tribute
Yeah.
I saw. Yeah. Like right after it happened. Because she played his wife on a short lived
Yeah, read between the
Read
lines on
Between the Lines,
BT.
which I have no recollection of, but it was like 20 years ago or something like that. Before that,
Yeah, like around
20 years ago.
like 2009, 2010-ish around that time,
So
maybe.
15 years ago, something like
So it was
that.
like after Girlfriends had gone off, it was like before Blackish, but it was like that window that she
Okay.
was in. Because after Girlfriends, but before
So like
Blackish,
15 years ago,
that
something.
window right there was when Tracy did the
I have
show.
no recollection of the
Yeah.
show, but I saw her talking about it though. Yeah. I
Hmm.
did read her tribute. Eddie Griffin had a nice tribute. I saw
Oh.
that. Yeah. It's about they did Malcolm and Eddie together, which did about 5 seasons. That show was on for a while.
Yeah, it
It don't
was.
seem like it did about five
But
seasons.
they kept on changing format.
Yeah,
They didn't really know what they wanted to do with it, it seemed like. They kept
yeah,
on
yeah.
doing different stuff with it. So
What's her name got some flack for her tribute also from that show,
Karen
Karen.
Moline, the way I saw, yeah.
Because the picture she posted says something about his wife, and there's a picture from him when they were dating. They look booed up. It's like and people like came at her head on that one. It's like
Yeah, and then like she put like a winky emoji or something in her tribute, and then they were like,
people were asking like, "So that sound like that's side chick behavior." I saw like
"Oh
people saying
God,
that. It's like I don't know if she was Malcolm's side chick.
I don't think
I
that
don't think
that was
those
what
that's
it
what the
was."
wink meant or whatever.
I mean, everybody,
I think
some
it was
people,
just she was a little clueless on the picture. I think could have picked
yeah,
another pic. Like Regina posted a picture of that, but it wasn't like a booed
She
up
posted a picture
picture.
of him on his motorcycle. That's what
Yeah,
she
it
posted.
wasn't them booed up. It's like
It was a picture of him on his
yeah,
motorcycle.
the picture she posted. Yeah, yeah,
But my thing is everybody who breaks up doesn't have a I hate you so much, or everybody doesn't have that breakup when they break up. Some people do have
and they both
amicable
probably
split.
moved on. No, he moved on. She probably moved
I
on too.
think she's
Like
married too, I
yeah,
think.
I don't know. She's still pining over him all these years. It's like
Yeah, everybody doesn't have a nasty breakup, and some people break up and they remain friends. There is some people who actually decide that we're much better friends than as a couple because as a
yeah,
couple, no,
that really
no,
happens. Yeah,
we're much better as friends than being lovers. Some
yeah.
people do decide that.
There are real life Jerry and Elaine's do exist. So
Yeah.
that happens. Yeah,
But you gotta be honest with yourself. If you
yeah.
sleep with your person every time, I'm looking at you, Carrie Bradshaw. If you sleep with your friend every time, y'all, every time you're in a drought, you're not friends.
Yeah,
If you
you're not
sleep with
friends
somebody.
if you every time if you saying damn you wearing them pants like y'all ain't friends. It's like
Every time.
y'all ain't
Every time, oh,
friends.
I'm in a drought right now. Let me hook up with him. No, you're not friends. You're not. Be honest with yourself. But
All
it
right.
was nice that they did do.
Felicia Rashad had a real nice one too. Like
Um,
she said, like you were the son I never had because like she had girls. It's like so yeah, so you're the son I never had. It's like yeah, she's supposed to
mhm,
about yeah. Because like since she didn't have a real son, you were like my son. Yeah, like real.
mhm.
Yeah, she had a real nice one. She posted it.
Oh, whatchamacallit did a nice tribute too. When they had him at Happy Gilmore when they talked to Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's was real dope too. Yeah, because he talked about it on the red carpet because it happened
Mhm.
that same day as the premiere of the Happy Gilmore
But
premiere.
you could see that he was literally fighting back tears. You could see that he was very
That was
choked
his
with it.
big break. Yeah, like Malcolm is like, yeah, the Cosby Show was his big break. A lot of people like Adam Sandler got his start. I think Smitty was his character's name on the
Smitty,
Cosby
yeah.
Show. Yeah,
Because once we realized who it was, we're like, oh, he was Theo's white friend, the white
Smitty. Yeah,
friend
the one
Theo
that wore
had.
jeans to the prom is like, yeah,
Or
didn't
jeans,
realize that
yeah.
was him till years later.
Because I always thought that his character was funny, and then when I found out later that was, and when I looked back, well, I think I was watching like reruns of the Cosby Show. I was like, wait a
Yeah,
minute,
I probably had just
Adam
watched, I probably
Sandler.
watched Happy
And
Gilmore and then watched the Cosby Show. Like, wait, yeah, that's Happy
maybe I was
Gilmore. I
watching,
didn't realize that was yeah.
like I was maybe watching Big Daddy or something like that. Like, wait a minute,
Yes, Happy
wait a
Gilmore
minute.
was Theo's buddy. I didn't who knew. It's like,
Okay, that was him. Okay, got it. But yeah, he was saying really nice. He was saying that even though Malcolm was obviously on the biggest show and was like a big star, he was like he was so humble, he was so nice to him, and
yeah,
they were just two guys. These are just talking about basketball and just hanging out. Like we were two teenagers just hanging out.
yeah.
That's what it was. So
What's the
yeah,
name? I forgot who I was going to say. Oh, I told you I mentioned Vanessa Williams. Oh yeah, with she posted a pic from the Jade
Jade
Marcy.
March.
I was just looking at hers right now. She was both, but like they dubbed the scene when they were doing. She was it's an invasion of privacy. Yeah. She put a nice tribute. She did. But rest in peace, Malcolm. That was sad. Super sad. Yeah.
No, no, we're still sad
Yeah.
over here.
Second legend we lost. Ozzy.
Ozzy.
One of my name. What back in the day, like kids always call you like I'm sure you were called Naomi Campbell at some point when you were little. Well, Ozzy Osbourne was mine. It's like I
At
had
least
two.
Ozzy is
I
close
had
to your
two.
name.
I had two.
Naomi,
I had Ozzy Osbourne.
Johnny Osmond.
No, that came later. Yeah, and Ozzy Osbourne and Abdullah the Butcher. It was like it's a wrestler named Abdullah the Butcher. So that's the two that I used to hear as a kid. Like Ozzy Osbourne, Abdullah the Butcher. But Ozzy, yeah, that one,
Ozzy,
76 years old. Yeah,
76 years old.
yeah. He was our lead singer of Black Sabbath.
Black
Yeah,
Sabbath.
which ties all in again because I use like his most famous song, what the one I know best is the Crazy Train. And that's what Trick Daddy and Lil Jon sampled the Let's Go. The doo 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 doo. Yeah, that's Ozzy
Yeah.
Osbourne, the Crazy Train. Is like, and I signed on every morning in Rockford with the Breakfast Club using that instrumental. So like, because it's like it's Ozzy. So I've been since I've been doing Breakfast Club, that's how I signed on. I use
Ozzy.
the Let's Go instrumental. So that's my connection to Ozzy Osbourne and radio. I signed on because I'm Oz, so I got to sign on with an Ozzy
The
sign.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
I think we got a good glimpse of him when he was doing the
The
Osbournes.
Osbournes, what a lot of people, especially our age, know him from. The Oz with him and Sharon and Jack
Sharon
and
and Kelly.
Kelly, like their antics is like we know them
Because
both
they were
from.
always so wacky.
Yeah,
It's like they were like the Addams
they were like
family.
the real like
They
Adams
were like
family, but for
they were
real.
like a real life Addams
Yeah,
family. And then they had like the English accents, the Cockney accents. They had
yeah.
those.
We'll see. Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
But they were always so entertaining to watch. I'll never forget when Sharon was talking to somebody and then somebody said she sounded like the Wicked Witch of the I know what the Wicked Witch.
What was the show she was on? The wasn't the real. It was one of those. I don't remember what she.
Talk
I lost
the
track.
talk.
Yeah, I know the
I
real
think
was Jeannie Mai and Tamar and what and West.
Adrian Held,
Yeah, that was it. And Western
yeah,
Lonnie, yeah, that was the real.
Honey Love,
That was
yeah.
the other one. It's like it's the other one.
I think the talk because that was the one with Aisha Tyler and
What no, Cheryl
Carol
Underwood is
Underwood,
that's the one that Sharon Osbourne was on. You're right.
Darlene, what's her name? Sarah Gilbert. I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
Darlene. You know what I meant. You know who I meant.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then of course the new it wasn't the View with Whoopi and them. That's we all know.
No, wasn't the
Yeah,
view, but
Joy Behar, we know
we know
that
the
one.
view.
We know the View. But yeah, it was the real is the one I was saying. Is that the one? No, that was with Tamar and fucking
I think it was the talk.
Lonnie Love and
Hmm.
Jeannie Mai. That was that show.
Yeah.
Tamara was on that. That was that show. And what's the name from
Yeah.
3LW? Not
Adrian.
not Tasha
Promises.
and not Promises.
Promises.
Not Tasha and not Promises, the other one.
Shit. We gone off the rails.
Oh yeah, we all over the place.
But Ozzy, though, they said that he did do a show like a couple of weeks ago, I want to say.
Yeah, it was his farewell show, so he must have known. I think, yeah, it's like I think he knew. Yeah,
Like about 3 weeks ago, I want to say
yeah,
he recently did a
yeah,
show.
and he announced that as his last show, so he know the end was near. Yeah,
So it's good that he got to, do one last performance and
yeah,
be out there. I forgot what movie. What movie was that? It was something that he was in a couple years ago. It was a movie. I can't remember which movie it was. It was something we were watching,
yeah.
and I was like, Ozzy, because when they showed it, like we hadn't seen
Awesome.
him in years because
He kind of went
he
after the Osbournes. He kind of went in seclusion.
and then he wasn't doing as well health-wise. They
Yeah,
said like I think he may have lost like some of his mental,
yeah.
you
It
know,
might have been
the,
battling dementia or something. Who
yeah,
knows?
I think that,
Yeah,
because they was like Sharon had to
you saw
basically
Sharon way more than you saw him. Like,
she basically had to be there, like
yeah,
basically had to, be his rock. Like Sharon was his rock. She
yeah.
was.
Ozzy was 76 years old. I'm just checking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
76.
Yeah.
But it is good that he got to do it on his own terms and got to have one last hurrah. Like I said, we heard the story about him biting the bat and doing that because that's what
Yeah, that's
mom told us. Like
mom.
he bites
That's
bats.
folklore
We're
right
like,
there. Yeah,
what?
he cried crazy, bit the head off of a live bat on stage. Hey, that's my earliest memory is mom telling us that story. Yeah.
And then they joked about they showed it on South Park, they showed it on The
He
Simpsons.
bit
Like
Kenny's head off, I think, on South Park.
on South Park, he definitely did. And
Yeah.
then on The Simpsons, I want to say he bit off of an award,
Oh, I don't
like
remember.
an award statue
Yeah.
on The Simpsons. I want to
Yeah.
say because he didn't get he like he bit off the award. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they parodied that more than once in animation.
Ozzy
So
was a lot of pop culture. Yeah, it's a big part of it. Yeah. If you make it to the Simpsons and South Park, then you're pretty big in pop culture. You're a pretty big deal. You make it on those shows. Yeah. And then the controversial one, yeah, Mr. Terry Bollea, best known as Hulk Hogan, the Incredible Hulk Hogan, the Immortal Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk
Hollywood
Hogan,
Hogan.
whatever you want to call. Yeah, he had many monikers throughout his career. He died at 71 years old.
71 years
The
old.
last one to die. Yeah, I first was introduced to Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3. The one with Mr. T was in that one. Is when Rocky gets his ass kicked by him, and then so he has to go back and because Apollo trains him to like for the rematch. He's like, dude, you lost that. Was that Rocky that fought that took me to the limit? You need that Eye of the Tiger, which is why that's the theme song for that movie. I'm gonna help you get that Eye of the Tiger back. So Apollo trains him for his rematch after he gets his ass whipped by Clubber Lang, aka Mr. T. But yeah, Hulk Hogan is in that movie. Yeah, that's my. So then when I saw him a few years later in wrestling, I was like, that's the dude from Rocky 3.
I think Marcus was watching that one day because he was just on a Rocky binge. He was just sitting in the room watching Rocky. I was
Hey,
like,
Balboa, I pity you, fool.
so I saw Hulk Hogan. I was like, Hulk
Oh, when
Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is Thunder Lips, yeah.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, Hulk Hogan in this? I didn't know. I haven't seen any of the Rocky movies.
Thunder Lips.
Not the whole, not all, not in its entirety. I haven't seen any Rocky movies
I've seen pretty
in
much
its
all of them.
entirety.
Yeah. Don't
I
see
saw like the last half of four.
four is we're the 40th anniversary of that. Rocky Four
Yeah, I
was
saw the last half of four, but
traumatized
that's
me as a
it.
child. It's would throw the damn towel. We
Lose.
we lose the legendary Apollo Creed
You
in
will
that.
lose.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. But yeah, this Hogan is the controversial one. Because despite all of that, like I said, first WrestleMania, like saw him for years, like all over WWE, 6-time world champion, 2-time Hall of
SummerSlam,
Famer. But
Royal
however,
Rumble, Royal
however,
Rumble. What's the other one?
yeah, the NWO, like he was like, yeah, starting up when he becomes
The Suck
Hollywood.
It. Is that NWO?
That's NWO was no, they just the spray painted. DX was sucking.
Okay, yeah. So because I don't I stopped watching
Yeah.
wrestling in the 90s.
NWO was one that spray painted the letters on everything. That was Hollywood Hogan. Yeah. Dennis Rodman, like he left out on practice during the NBA playoffs, man, to go
You
hang
sent
out with
Dennis
Hollywood
Rodman, so
Hogan.
there's that. So
What's funny, they weren't prattling like everybody's like, "Where's Dennis at?" You just turn the TV on, you
he's
see him
wrestling.
on wrestling. Wait a minute, what's Dennis doing on the fucking
I
wrestling
remember
show?
that happening in real time, and I was like, "What the hell is Dennis Rodman doing? Like,
Like in
why
the
is he
middle of the
wrestling?
playoffs and
What's
shit
going
too. Yeah.
on?" I was very confused as to what Rodman was
So
doing.
yeah, so how problematic is that match? It's like you got Hollywood Hogan and Dennis Rodman, and then Karl Malone was in the match too. It's like,
Oh God! Oh
how
God! Oh
problematic is
God!
that? How
Oh
that
God!
match is aged like milk. God damn it! It's like
Oh my
throw,
God!
throw the whole match out. It didn't age like milk.
Certified Lover Boy certified. Wah!
Whole match didn't age
Every
like
time I hear Karl Malone, I just hear that just
Oh,
rings in my head every time I see it.
DDP was the only one that came out of that looking good because he got his DDP yoga now. So he's the only one that came out of that. Like Dennis is cool too, but those other
So,
two
so
though,
that's the thing. So this Robert Hulk Hogan and Karl Malone walking the bar. That
yeah,
sounds like one of those jokes. It sounds like
exactly.
one of those. That's
Has
what it
not
sounds
aged well in the last
like.
25 years or whenever that match
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like
happened.
that. Yikes.
For those that don't know, Hulk Hogan died on the 24th, which was 10 years to the day that the a tape was leaked of him having a and like let's tell the whole story with that. The tape, first of all, is already controversial. Like it was like the Hulk Hogan sex tape where he was banging his buddy Bubba the Love Sponge's wife. So that's some Hollywood shit for real right there. Like the wife swapping shit is like yeah. And Bubba filmed it, so he knew it. It's not like they were like he set up. He knew they were in there and had the camera running. It's like yeah, he set it
What
up.
in
It's like
the what in the club hole this? Like, what is this?
that's
Like,
like some P Diddy shit right there. It's like that's P Diddy level of ridiculous. So it's already ridiculous that Hulk Hogan was like banging his homie's wife and shit. And
Because
then
that was
like
called the
after
what? What was that called? The set. It was called the what? The Gawker.
Gawker, yeah.
There you go.
It's a Netflix
I
documentary
did
about
watch it.
that
I
case.
watched the Gawker documentary. I
About
did
that
watch
Gawker
it.
case. I watched it last week, ironically.
You know, I like documentaries. I
Yeah.
love watching some documentaries. That's my new thing I'm into. I love
Yeah.
watching good doc.
Yeah, the
I do.
Gawker case is like well Hulk Hogan sues them and like for like the 100 million or something
Yeah,
and like
he.
the bankrupted Gawker basically they don't Gawker is
Mhm.
no more basically because
Yep.
of that. Yeah. So yeah, like after on the tape is like is when he's having a conversation, which he talks about I'm gonna get the home. I want to read it verbatim. So give me a minute. I know y'all have
This
seen
was
the
such.
meme that's been circulating now.
This
Like
was such a shit show
the
because
meme has been everywhere now, which I'm going to read personally. Yeah.
when I saw that, my mouth did this first, but then after I read and then after it processed, I was like, yeah, I could definitely see him saying all of that. It's not like first I was like, oh, really? And then when I actually thought about it, I'm like, you know what? I could see him saying that.
I mean, I'd rather if she was
Okay.
going to fuck some nigger, I'd rather have her marry an 8 foot tall nigger worth $100 million like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist. Fucking nigger. That's his exact words. It's not hearsay. He says it on the tape.
He says it on
I'll
the
listen.
tape.
I didn't watch the sex tape. I didn't want to see that, but I did listen to the
You
audio of
heard
this
the
part
audio.
of this particular part. So it was a still shot and then the audio. So I wasn't watching Hulk Hogan bang Bubba the Love Sponge wife. Some
Yuck.
stuff I just don't want to see and shit.
Yuck.
That one I wasn't gonna watch.
That's a hard pass. That's a
Yeah,
pass.
yeah, that one I was definitely not watching. It's like,
Mm-mm.
but so that got especially from the black delegation like
Because what happened was is that at the time his daughter when she was trying to break into the music, she
y'all
was
remember
dating
Brooke when she did the song with Paul
with
Wall
Paul. I don't care about us.
about us. Yeah, I was like, yeah,
Don't
she
care
did.
about us.
Yeah, which was it was a little bit of a
It
bop.
was
Yeah,
a little bop. It
a little
was a
bit of
little
a
bit of a
bop.
bop.
Yeah.
It was.
So someone a blast from the past, Paul Wall. There you go. And so you can tell around what time this song came out. It was like '06, '07.
Oh
If
six, oh seven
Paul
ish.
Wall was on, you can tell
And
what
then she
time it
had a
was.
grill in the video, so then it was kind of like,
She had her
okay,
Paul
Brooke
Wall,
Hogan's wearing a grill, really?
her Paul Wall grill. God damn it!
So then you know that the grills kind of jumped the shark when Brooke Hogan's wearing a,
Yeah, that's around the
kind
time it
of.
became uncool and shit.
That's kind of when it jumped the shark because like she has a grill and she's like, with her grill in, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
but she was dating a rapper producer guy at the time.
And that's when
He
this
was,
Hulk Hogan
and that's why
act came. He was talking about
he showed his colors of what of how he felt.
of course Bubba the Love Sponge. He saw that and because like here's that's the thing about if you watch the Gawker the documentary. It talks about that because the first tape was just the Hulk Hogan sex tape, which is already scandalous enough. It's like and then when Bubba was listening, he's like, wait a minute, yeah, it's this whole other
Mm.
part. Yeah. Like he told him, yeah, I got another tape if you want. And it's even juicier than that
It's
one you
even
just watched.
juicier than that.
Yeah. It has
Bubba knew what he was doing.
it has some
Knew what he was
interesting
doing.
takes that Terry has on certain people out there. It's like, how much you want for this tape? It's like, and that's when the lawsuit came. Like Hulk, like he was like the sex tape, like that was the era of the sex tape.
Okay, Paris Hilton, Kim
Kardashian had
Kardashian.
one around that time. Paris Hilton, Pam and Tommy, like some years before that.
China even had
I
one,
know and X Pac, they were the first wrestlers with a sex tape.
which was kind of
So that was the era of the sex tape. So Hulk Hogan was like, "Yeah, listen, I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is." But he didn't want this out. He said this could ruin me. The sex tape, he's like, "Yeah, it's like it's a little embarrassing, but it ain't gonna ruin you." It's like, yeah, this shit, he's like, "Yeah, he didn't want that to get out." It's like,
no.
but then they like, yeah, it was free speech. It's like freedom of the press. It's like, well, like so they released the shit, and that's where the lawsuit came. So
And
yeah.
then the black wrestlers,
Oh.
how they reacted when it came out, it's like,
Mm, man. So I just posted the story. I said no caption, but I'll post this anyway. I'll leave it up to y'all to like give your thoughts. That's what I said.
I just
That's,
posted it with no caption at all because I mean Hulk Hogan did die, so
yeah. And it is like he was like one of, if not the biggest star in wrestling history. However, the last decade or so of his life was very
very
problematic.
problematic.
Very, very fucking problematic.
So it goes to show that like the last public appearance was him being booed on Netflix.
Yes, because the Raw Netflix debut was ironically the date was January 6th when that happened, which is like it's all kinds of ridiculous. It's like it's like a movie, this shit now. It's like
Is this like I feel like Doc Brown? Is this the space time you and Miss? Are we in Back to the
yeah, that Raw
Future?
Netflix was on January 6th.
I feel like this is a space. I feel like January 6th is space time
With it
continuum. I
being
feel
like
like
the
it is.
first Raw on Netflix, which is a big deal. Like Netflix paid like $5 billion to bring Raw to it, so it's like pretty big. So they were gonna load the show up with every. It had all the legends were there. It's like
Hmm.
including Hulk Hogan and Jimmy Hart. Is like and it's in California, so like
And then you had
very
Atlantis in the building.
very blue state. Is like they
And
would
then
use
Macaulay Culkin was in the building. They put the camera
yeah
on him, and he was like,
yeah was there. Tiffany Haddish was there. I think Topanga was there.
Topanga was
Like
there because she was right
somebody,
behind Macaulay.
about
Topanga was
some of
right behind
everybody was
Macaulay.
there for
Yeah.
Travis Scott and shit was there. It's like some of everybody was there.
Kev on stage was there
Yeah. It
because
was
he
like
booed Hulk Hogan. He had me booing Hulk.
yeah. So and it was in California. So yeah, you know, it's at the Intuit Dome where the Clippers play. So very blue state, very blue city. So yeah. So yeah.
Very liberal.
Exactly. The left leaning, not just the left side of the country, very left leaning politically as well. So Hulk Hogan was going to get booed in front of that crowd. If he had it in Texas or somewhere, he might have got
Because
booed or
Hulk
something.
Hogan, people, like I said, he was a MAGA. He was MAGA. He
He was
was
at the
openly.
RNC just last
He was
year.
openly MAGA. He admitted that he
He's
was.
one of the
So
speakers for the RNC. Yeah, he one of the people that brought Trump out. Yeah, tore
yeah.
the shirt off. Is like that's one of his last appearances too. It was like the RNC from last. Yeah. Yeah. But his last wrestling appearance ever, at least his last public appearance, possibly. I know the last wrestling appearance was that Raw Netflix debut when and he booed loudly. It's like even after that, without him dying, I said I don't think they're gonna bring him back anytime soon.
No.
I figured I said after that I wouldn't. If I'm the company, I'm like, no, Hulk, you just go home. It's like right, go home, Roger, go home, Hulk. It's like we your services are not needed. We're not gonna use you anytime soon.
Because Marcus was watching that, and I want to say Khalil was watching it with him because Khalil was starting to get into wrestling. And I was in the back, and then he's like, "Damn, babe!" He's like, "They just booed the shit out of Hulk Hogan." And I said, "That was this weekend." I was like, "They booed him?" He's like, "Yeah, they boo." He was like, "They booed the shit out of him." Damn, he was like that.
But
I
after
was
the
like, "Oh."
2015 incident, like WWE had cut ties with him for some years.
Yeah, I remember
He's
that.
gone for about 3 or 4 years. They took him out of the Hall of Fame and everything. They really like distanced the shit for. But then, like after time heals almost so quietly, like they brought him back. Yeah, put him back. Well, yeah, they really distanced after that shit. It's like, yeah, we don't fuck with that guy anymore. Yeah, yeah, that's so. That's where we at with
So
Hulk
now
Hogan.
it's like, where is his legacy going to be placed? Is it going to be placed as all-time wrestling great or racist? Like, where is he gonna
A lot
wind
of
up?
mixed reactions online. Like
Where's he gonna end up?
most of the wrestling community has been like outpouring of support. Like, but a lot of other circles not so much. It's like not so much. A lot of the other circles. It's like I got some
And
homies that really went hard online about
two
it.
things can be true. You could have, changed the game in wrestling. You can also be a racist. Two things can be true at the same time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that. Like, everything isn't black and white. It's shades of gray. We saw it was 50 Shades of Gray, matter of fact.
Right.
It's a lot of gray. It is. It's a lot of gray. So everything
Funny,
isn't just so.
Lil Yachty got
Yeah.
a Lil Yachty got a bar about that. Where he's like talking about 50 Shades, and it includes Hulk Hogan in the line too, because it's about he's that 50 Shades of Grey beat that pussy like Hulk Hogan. It's like about the sex tape and all. So it's like so it all ties together.
I wasn't even trying to do that, but
I just thought about like Lil Yachty had a bar about that.
I don't know I don't know the new people like that really that
Yeah,
well.
I'm a DJ. I know all that shit.
I listen to old man rap. I listen to millennial rap. That's what I do. I listen to millennial rap. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, where's his legacy gonna lie?
I
So
did watch SmackDown on Friday because I was curious how is
yeah, what was
WWE
that
going to
like?
handle this?
Because I didn't
Are they
watch
going to
it.
do the full tribute show? Because like most of the time, especially a star this big, they do the full tribute. They
Hmm.
have like the whole roster on the stage, the 10 bell salute. They have like people telling stories throughout the show, like Hulk Hogan was this, like he's the reason why I got into wrestling. And say, or are they just gonna keep scale that shit down? I would have scaled it down personally. They kind of did in the middle somewhere.
Well, so once again, they did gray. They were
Yeah.
gray.
It's like the
They
show
did gray.
started, the roster was on the stage. Like it didn't like I'm assuming that if anybody didn't want to be out there, they weren't forced. It's like so I didn't see a lot of black wrestlers on the stage. I saw a couple of them. So they probably
Most
said like
people.
it's optional. Like if you don't want to go out there, you don't have to. I'm assuming that's what happened because I was me. I'm Team Petty. I'm looking at everybody's face on the stage.
As you said, how can your brothers on the wall?
They go one, they go two. I was like, he was counting them on one hand. Basically, I was like,
You can count the black people. That's,
on the stage. I was like, I saw a couple of
not a
them.
problem.
So I was like, yeah, like they probably like the management said like, hey, if you want to go out there, like we're not gonna force you. And then they did the salute. They had the graphic on there, and then they just ran like little small tribute videos, not from the wrestlers, but like highlights from his career. Like, yeah,
Highlights, okay, of his
here's
career.
like when he joined the NWO. Here's when he fought the Macho Man. It's like it was like throughout the show.
Here's
Look,
Hollywood
his
Hogan. Yeah.
wrestling highlights. Yeah, they were showing like his wrestling
Okay.
high. Here's when he beat the Iron Sheik for the title. It's like like wrestling highlights they were
Here's when he
showing.
was Mr. Nanny, when he was in the
Yeah,
movie.
that's what they were like showing throughout. So it's like a
Okay.
hybrid. Yeah, where they did have the roster out. I still don't think it was everybody because I was looking.
That's kind of a happy medium
Yeah.
because it's like you just cannot not you kids cannot discredit
The guy was,
him.
it's like OJ. It's like you're so big, you can't just not, you can't just ignore him. It's like, yeah, he's too
Right.
big to ignore and shit. It's like, yeah.
Like
It's
if he
like
was
hypothetically, like if something like if Jordan had a scandal, the Bulls, the NBA can't just ignore him.
no,
He
no,
died. You can't just like
never,
not
no.
just it's big like that. You're too big to ignore, basically. It's
Mhm.
like we can't just ignore him because of a scandal. That's
Right.
why Hulk Hogan was like on that level. It's
Hmm.
like, yeah, he's like like Benoit, you could ignore him. Like, yeah, certain wrestlers is like, okay, like he wasn't
Because
big
it's like
enough.
he never even
He wasn't
happened.
big
Then
enough
watch
we can
like
ignore, but like Hulk Hogan is too big to ignore. So
because like
we gotta do some kind of tribute to him. Like, yeah.
ever since they did that botch tribute, he's never been mentioned again.
Yeah, that was it.
Benoit.
Big man came out the next day and said, yeah, last night we did a tribute to Brisbane. Why? Before we knew all the details. So other than right now, like this is the last time you ever hear me mentioned. And he hasn't been mentioned on the show since that
He
either. That
hasn't.
was 2007, almost 20 years ago. And his name has not been mentioned on the show since then. But yeah. So that's my thoughts. Is like very important figure to the wrestling business, but just as problematic near the end of
Mhm.
his life. Yeah. So mixed legacy,
Well,
definitely.
it's a whole thing that shows that some of these choices that you make, it can greatly affect your status, your legacy
Yeah.
of how you move about. Like if you decide that you want to go this way and then
Yeah. Mm.
and people always love to say the thing, well, I'm just doing free speech. Okay, free speech is a two-way street.
Yeah.
It's not just you get to say whatever you want to do and expect no consequences
Yeah.
to your
Freedom of
actions.
speech don't mean freedom of repercussions.
There you go.
Everybody can say what the fuck they want, but as long as you're willing to deal with the consequences, that's a Yeah.
Well, as long as you're willing to fuck around and find
Yeah,
out.
if you're willing to deal with the consequences,
When
yeah.
you're willing to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't want that aspect that I can just say whatever I want to say. Okay. You can, but it's consequences for your actions.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're at this point now and you can't play victim like, oh, I got set up and woe is me and this and that. No, own that shit. If you did something, own it. That's
Facts.
why I respect people more so who own what they do.
Yeah. Like with
Own that
this, like
shit.
this situation, like
Own
me
that shit.
personally, how
Own
I
it.
feel about what Hulk Hogan said is like shit was whack and shit. I agree, yeah. But it don't affect me personally, so I don't have like a hatred like how some people like yeah, that was some bullshit, like fuck out of here like that. But like I'm not like rest in piss and all of that. Like yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not one of those.
I'm not doing all that.
It's like yeah, as long if you didn't wrong me personally, like I will if like I do hold grudges. If you wrong me personally, you die. I might say some wild shit. It's like if you didn't wrong me personally, I don't give a fucking shit. Yeah. So yeah, he says some whack shit. Fuck it. Yeah, it didn't affect me and shit, so I don't give a fuck about that. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if it was pertinent, if I was the guy like that Brooke was dating, I probably somebody like that, I probably be pissed off. It's like it affect you personally. You were that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but he showed who he was. And what's the thing said? When someone shows you who they are the first time, believe them.
Pretty much.
Whoever said that quote, believe them. Like
And
people,
Hulk Hogan was never my guy. That's why another reason why they I didn't feel the need to like post some long like yeah, it was a part of my like we everybody grew up a Hulkamania at some point, but Hogan wasn't my guy.
yeah, he wasn't your guy.
Macho Man was my guy.
Macho Man was your guy.
And then later on, it's like other wrestlers I discovered, but like Macho early on was my guy. It's like yeah,
I know you
Hogan,
like Undertaker.
Undertaker was dope. Booker T was cool, which Booker T had one of the funniest lines of bloopers ever.
Undertaker was your birthday twin. So that's another
Yeah,
thing that connected you with Undertaker. You guys are
was
birthday
birthday
twins,
twin.
yeah. Mhm.
Booker T had one of the funniest bloopers with Hulk Hogan
Did he
ever.
call him a nigga?
Well, I'm just about to say, he was so in character, so riled up. So he's like, he was talking about challenging Hogan for the title. Like he's like, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, nigga. It's like, and then as soon as he said it, he's like, he was like, oh shit. Yeah. You see him like hiding his face. It's like what's the name? Sherry, the man. She was like, it's okay. Like she was trying to like keep from laughing. Like, yeah, it's okay.
Was
Like,
it Booker? Wasn't Booker T? Wasn't it the one who had Thea Vidal mom?
no,
Was
no,
that
no. That
Booker
was
T?
Sheldon Benjamin. Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was somebody that had Thea Vidal mom.
Which Hogan had an incident with him because he didn't know his name. so Sheldon shitted on him recently. So Hogan just got issues, I guess, with with black people overall. Because
Well,
he says so he was like says he didn't remember his name about some shit. So but yeah, fuck Hulk Hogan is like this was like earlier this year too or something like that.
yikes.
But yeah. So 380s legends, yeah, that we lost comes in threes. I guess we could wrap up on that note. Yeah, just wrap up
Yeah.
on the three on the yeah.
We had to address the drama and the,
Yeah.
you know,
Absolutely, yeah.
that happened.
Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast, episode 422. You want to support us further, you know what to do. Give us a like. Also, subscribe, share, rate, review on all your platforms, talking Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, YouTube, your Amazon Alexa devices, and you can follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, TikTok, and X, Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well.
And you can check me out at MSIMA8626 on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Also, SCR8GLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page and check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
We will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.